Hey guys, this is Josh O here with Ammo Goes Quick, and let me tell you now so more than ever. I'm here today to talk to you about the Smith & Wesson M&P M2.0 compact. This one chambered in 9mm. At the opening of this video, I wanted to give you a super quick review highlighting 3 things I really like about this gun and 1 thing I am not a fan of. Okay, 3 things I like. Number 1, amazing grip texture. It's stippled and closely resembles a Talon grip feel. Number 2, really decent factory trigger, 5 to 5.5 pounds of pull, with a defined wall, a crisp break, and a tactile reset. And number 3, reliability. I have 1,500 rounds through this gun with super minimal issues. What I don't like so much, the factory 3-dot sights. They're very average. Stay tuned for the full review and a quick overview of why I chose this over the Glock 19. Before we get all down and dirty, always follow the 4 universal rules of gun safety. Treat all guns as if they're always loaded. Never let the muzzle point at anything that you're not willing to destroy, like your hands and feet. Keep your finger off the trigger until your sights are on target and you've made the decision to shoot, and be sure of your target and what's behind it. Okay, let's get into more detail. Let's talk about grip texture. The whole grip surface area is stippled and just abrasive enough to feel very confident while shooting, but not too harsh on your hands while you shoot. As I said in the intro, this resembles a Talon grip to me or some coarse sandpaper. It is worth noting though, for you concealed carry guys, this might be a little abrasive all day long against your side. Next, grip angle. There are very comfortable back straps included. They are interchangeable. I'll show you that a little later, but the stock, just medium, feels pretty decent to me. Anyways, you can change it if you have a different size hand, which you might. Moving along, we have some scallop serrations at the top, and this is a really easy way to manipulate the slide. And if you don't have the ability to manipulate the slide with your non-dominant hand, there is a little ledge up here built into the sight that allows you to put this against your boot or a wall or a desk and allows you to manipulate the slide in kind of a oh shoot situation. Moving along, up at the front we have some serrations as well. They tend to be not as helpful as the back serrations as they're not all the way to the top, and there's a little ledge that kind of fights you and you tend to lose your grip when trying to work the slide from the front serrations. Okay, now moving over to the slide stop. It's improved over the last series. There's a more dramatic cutout which is above the takedown lever. Let me do it. Let me get it for you. There it is. Nice little cutout, and then there's a little lever underneath the slide stop button, or piece I guess you should say. And that allows it to kind of fix the issue they used to have where when you're engaging a new magazine, it would bump the gun enough where it would release the slide. Not something I want. I want to be intentional about my slide usage. So I'm glad they put that addition in with the M2.0 series. And then moving along, there's a reversible mag release button. It's not ambidextrous, but it is reversible. So you lefties out there, feel some love too. And on top, we have a loaded chamber indicator. Kind of useful during the day, not extremely useful at night. I do have the version that does not have the external safety built in, but you can buy the safety and have it installed, and they also have the versions for sale with the safety pre-installed. And that's it for really the overview from my standpoint without tearing this down. Rails, Picatinny rails on it. I have this TLR7 Streamlight added on. It doesn't come with the gun obviously, but have that on there and it works great. I'll do a review on that separately, but it's nice and bright, very bright. But yeah, that's what I like. What I don't like, it's not a problem, but I'm not a huge fan of the sights here. 3-dot sight system, and I feel like it would have been nice to have night sights. It's not a problem per se. I don't think a lot of guns ship with night sights, but would have been nice. I probably would have paid extra for it. It's also worth noting that the M2.0 pistols include an extended stainless steel chassis inside, helps reduce flex and give stability. Even with the steel, the gun is a comfortable weight, and I don't really even notice it's there. The finish is an Armor Night finish, similar to Melanite, which is a branded product. It's not a process, it's a product. And most people misunderstand that. But anyways, Armor Night is Smith & Wesson's version of that. And it's pretty much the same. Okay, let's take this gun down. Remember, we already safety checked this firearm, but don't trust other people, and sometimes don't even trust yourself. So let's check it again. Nothing in the chamber. Magazine's empty. We're going to remove the magazine anyways when we take this gun down. So first thing is we're going to lock back the slide, which just means this little slide cutout needs to come back to where the slide stop engages up there, and you just push up on that lever, and now you're locked. Next is the takedown lever. You just push this to the vertical position, and now there's 2 ways from here. The first way is the easy way, and I'm going to show you that in this video. The other way is a little bit more rare, and I don't see the benefits. So anyways, that's that. We're going to now release the slide, and then we just simply push back just a tiny bit, and we pull the trigger. Now we have a slide assembly and a frame. We pull up on the spring, and it removes. We pull up and then back on the barrel, and it removes as well. And now we have a field stripped gun. One thing to note, in the new series, this barrel, the feed ramp right here, which is what takes your round from the magazine and puts it up into the chamber, that is more flared than the previous version. I don't think they had any issues with it, but redesign, great. This is it for cleaning. This is what most people do. This is easy. You can do more detail. You can take out the striker, the plunger. You can take out all this in the frame, clean it more detailed thoroughly. I'll show you the basic cleaning video. I'm not sure how YouTube does with the more detailed cleaning videos. I haven't seen any issues, but I don't want to be having a problem with a relatively new channel. So we'll do the basic cleaning. One thing to note in the M2.0 series, this rail system is much improved over the traditional M&P series. There's no creep or wobble in the slide in my 1,500 rounds that I've done. We'll keep an eye on it and just make sure that stays the same, and we are consistent with that, and that the slide is perfect and doesn't have any creep. I'll let you guys know if it does start to creep, but it was really solid from round 1 to round 1499. Putting the barrel back in is as simple as so. You just slide it so that it slides, and then down, boop, you hear that click. Spring has a little bit of blue spray paint towards the enemy, putting that in. And then this lovely rail system I was just talking about, you put that into that little hole right there, see that? Lovely. And then you pull this back all the way until you can get that slide lock to engage. Push your takedown lever back to the normal position, and then all we've got to do is function check. So function checking this gun is as simple as pulling the trigger, hearing the striker engage, and we're good. Okay guys, this is how it comes. 2 really nice quality 15 round magazines in the box. They're metal construction. They're pretty durable. We have 3 additional plates, back plates, that go onto your gun, and you can choose the one that's right for you. Let me show you how to do that. You just turn this little tool, pull out. This can be used for knocking pins or the takedown method I'm not describing in this video. Just hold on to that, don't lose that. And then you just kind of pull back, and there's a little tab that holds these in at the top. You just put the new one in. This is the large, and you just slide that tab under. I don't know if you can kind of see, but you just kind of push and make sure that tab's seated, that it's securely there, and then this just goes down that hole and then twist to lock it again. And this, this isn't going to just fall out on its own. You got to kind of work it in there and out. And the back plates, they allow you to change not just the, length of the grip, but also the width. And it's actually really comfortable right there for me. I haven't used the large yet. This might be the new way I shoot this gun. That feels very comfortable. Live on YouTube, who knew? So yeah, replacing it is just simple as popping that back out, finding the right size. I don't want the small. Where's the medium? My wife likes the medium. There it is. And then just pushing that pin back in and locking, and that's it, man. That's that. Also in the box is the paperwork. This little green block that we like to not use because they're really not that secure. These little magazine risers, if you have the full-size magazines for this gun. Kind of hard to show you on this because these do seat all the way, but if you have the full-size magazines for the full-size version, that's how they go on. They look really sweet, and they add a little bit of extra length. I don't need it. I usually, most of your pressures with these two fingers, right? I don't really need that, but they're there. If you have those magazines, make it look nice. And that's that. If you are getting value out of this video, please subscribe now and give me a thumbs up. I'll be working on upcoming related videos and love to share them with you. Let's get back to it. Next up's reliability. I've shot around 1,500 rounds through this gun so far. I've used FMJ, defense rounds, and practice ammo from various manufacturers such as Federal Premium, Fiocchi, Magtech, PMC, Remington, and Sig Sauer. They all did wonderfully. I did have 2 issues with my cheap plastic magazines. Not going to get into that, but besides that, I had 0 issues, no problems whatsoever. I'm happy that the reliability was such a high percentage. I expected something besides the magazines that were made out of plastic. Anyways, I trust my life to this firearm, and that's that. Things I don't like, once again I've said, the day sights, they're not the greatest. I think that if you were to put night sights in there, I might spend more money on it. From the manufacturer, I would definitely consider spending a little bit more. Also, the front slide serrations, it's not something that I don't like about the gun, but they're really not super helpful. And maybe for a press check, even then it's a little bit hard to get your fingers to grip it. But yeah, there's really nothing I can find wrong with this gun. And after maybe a few thousand more rounds, I might find something, but I really enjoy a lot about this firearm and don't enjoy very little. Now this is a review for the M&P M2.0 and not a gun versus gun video, but I wanted to share, when I bought this, there was one other gun I was really considering purchasing, and I just wanted to give you my head-to-head before I bought this. What did I choose to shoot alongside this and not buy? The Glock 19. A lot of you are in this boat now. You're trying to decide between the two. So I wanted to add that real quick at the end here and just kind of give you my 2 cents. I shot both guns a lot. I shot them back to back in the same day a lot. And the 3 reasons why I chose this one: the trigger, the grip, and the grip angle. It just felt really comfortable in my hand. The grip was very strong and I shot really good groups with it, and the trigger was pretty clean. I'm now a better shooter than I was then, and I might buy a Glock. Who knows? The Glock has had a well-proven track record for reliability. It way outlasts the M&P line, and it's been really a legendary gun for decades. And I'm not going to discount that in the least. This is just my experience. This is my hand grip. This is my hand. This feels comfortable. But I might get a Glock. Who knows? I really like Glocks. I really like them. My biggest advice, if you're in the market for your first firearm or just another firearm, go to the range and shoot them. If if you haven't shot a gun before or you haven't shot an indoor range, just let the people that work there know. They're not going to call you stupid. They're not going to call you names. They're here to help you, not just to sell you something, but they actually, most of the time, genuinely care that they're helping train new people, and they take pride in that. Obviously know your rules of gun safety before you go to the range, and, you got to sign a waiver. Read through that waiver. Make sure that you understand what's being expected of you, and that's, I think, number one. Knowing what to be expected at the range and knowing how to conduct yourself and how to handle the firearm. It's really important for new people at the range. You need to be really cautious of the way that you're handling the firearm and really intentional. I'm not here to scare you, but it's really important that you're safe with these firearms. Obviously, if you're new to shooting or not, please stick with me on the journey by subscribing. I will regularly be releasing related content, and if you'd like to comment below which you prefer, the Glock or the M&P M2.0 or something else, I'd love to know. I want to know what you guys have and what you've shot and what you prefer. I might be getting a Glock. Who knows? Thanks so much, everyone. I'll see you in the next one.